What's up, everyone? Welcome back to A&R TV. I'm Kat. Today we are here with Desmarie Guyton. She's the A&R manager for Flight Time Records, who's home to the producing duo Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, who've worked with some artists as Usher, Mary J. Blige, Sting, and Janet Jackson. Thank you so much for being with us, Desmarie.
Thank you for having me.
What is it that you like about A&R and what we do for our artists?
I like that you guys give them a lot of opportunities that back in the day they wouldn't have gotten. They wouldn't have gotten of how you should do your image or how your image should be, or you know what, I like this about your music, but you need to go back and you need to change this. They wouldn't even gotten an open ear. If back in the day, if someone was to send you a demo tape to an A&R at a record label, half of the time they don't even get back with you. They don't even send you a letter. But you guys provide an opportunity to where you give feedback. And that's so important because they may just be a diamond in the rough. And you just have to crack away that coal, you know, and get them to shine. And I like that you guys provide that opportunity to where they can go to the next step. And that's so important.
There are so many indie artists trying to make it out there. How many acts do you sign a year?
We like to build it from the ground up. So we're just very selective of the artists that we sign. So we may get over 100 submissions, but not all of them make it through. They have to have that special thing, that special touch to make us actually gain some form of interest.
How would you say the industry is changing?
The opportunities that so many indie artists have with MySpace, how they can get and just distribute their records themselves. They can work out deals with iTunes themselves. They can, you know, there's so many things that they can do themselves if they were educated enough to go ahead and get their material out there. I think it's going to be the indies' way for a little while because people are getting tired, audiences are getting tired of buying albums that only has one song on them. You know, and it's not enough to where they're going to go ahead and pay $12, $20, whatever for it is for the price of a CD. The audience is not going to go out and do that anymore. You know, they want something with substance. So it's changing an awful lot. And if you just see how a lot of the record labels actually are merging, you know, like with BMG and Sony merging, and EMI is talking about selling off its publishing. You can just see the changes that's going on in the industry. And I think it makes it a good time for indie artists who actually wants to come out.
And knowing that there are so many indie artists out there, what advice would you give them for signing them, or what advice would you give them that they need to know these days?
One, they should always know that this is a business. It's a business. They should call it business music instead of music business. Because some artists, they get caught up thinking that it's just a party. Oh, we're going to go and perform, and then we're going to go party. And they don't understand that when you have to go out on the road and you're traveling all that night, and then you arrive at your venue, you got to go in, you do sound check. Once you do sound check, you go back to your hotel, then you come back and then you perform. Then you may do an interview or so, then you're out on the road again. You know, and you actually have to love it. You have to love it, because if that's not something that you love, then you shouldn't be in this business. And even when it comes down to just, you know, songwriting and, you know, understanding publishing and understanding copyrights and licensing, and it is seriously a business. So artists, indie artists, should definitely recognize that, okay, my songs are the lifeline of my blood. This is how I'm going to survive for the rest of my life. So I need to make sure that I know exactly what's going on with my business. And then you go, business music, because you're selling the music.
In your opinion, can you tell us what's really happening, what's hot right now?
Going back to back to the 80s, the rock age, the true R&B age, just true artists right now, true song structures.
How do you feel about digital downloads and artists selling their music without labels?
Now with indie artists and stuff, what they can do is, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do my own thing. I'm going to go ahead and promote myself. I'm going to go ahead and distribute my own music. And to where record labels go, you know what, hey, they're really making a lot of money. Let's see what we can do together. And it's not so much to where, let me see if I can offer them this gang of money and, you know, then we can go ahead and just sell, you know, globs of CDs. No, let's see how we can actually partner up, and let's see what we can actually do together. Maybe we can co-op together, and we can go out and do, you know, I will give you half of the money for your tour support, and then you can put in the other half, and then we can do stuff together. A lot of rock bands work like that, though. I don't see a lot of Like with rap acts, you know, they take a majority of more money than rock bands, but they're going to go back to that structure again because record labels don't have a lot of money to spend like that anymore.
Any last words of advice for our A&R Select artists?
Understand that this is a business, and if you are really interested in starting your own business in the music industry, you know, I say take some business classes. Go to college and, you know, take just some classes at, you know, a night college or something. Just know the business that you're getting into. You know, read the trades. Be up on what's going on in this industry. Know what's going on at the different labels, even if you don't have any contacts there. You know, just know that, oh, you know what? EMI is selling off their publishing company. I wonder why. You know that stuff. So even when you get a chance to run across, you know, an executive from EMI or from Sony or whatever, you have some type of dialogue, you know, then you can kind of inch in, hey, you know what, I'm an artist and I do blah, 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 blah. But you have to know your trade that you're in. And if you don't know your trade, then you shouldn't be in it.
Thank you so much for coming out today.
Oh, it was a pleasure being here. And for all you artists out there, I listen to all materials, and I listen to it through A&R Select. Peace.
Guys, that wraps it up. Stay tuned. You're watching A&R TV.